Unhappy, uneasy, dissatisfied, there is a great disturbance, causing affliction, to this frail and broken mind.
Oh yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Fan Art Friday. Hope you're all doing well. Sorry I missed you the past few weeks. Feels like forever. But yeah, we went on a nice skiing trip last week. Went up to Utah, where it's nice and cheap to ski. Took the whole family. And it was their first time. So we had a great time. I'm sore. And yes, getting back in the swing of things. But it was very fun. So, a little early Christmas present for everybody, for the family. So yeah, hope you guys are doing well. It's almost Christmas. We're almost there. I think we're almost, so it's the 15th, 10 days away. Wow. All right. So, for those of you just joining, today I will be inking this. This was the original sketch that I blew up, 11 by 17. I'm going to be inking that today. We got a lot of the holding lines done. All the boring stuff. Still got some more boring stuff to get out of the way, but we're going to do it. We're going to go through it little by little and get it done. For those of you just joining, what is Fan Art Friday? It is simply me drawing fun fan art of my choosing. In the past, we did the viewers, the people in the chat got to pick what I drew, and then I draw that, and I would give art away for free. You would get the art that I drew on stream, but decided to go in a little bit different direction for a time. The viewership was not quite there, but I think it could be due to the fact that I was doing it during the day. I'm doing this during the day. So a lot of people work. So I might have to do something on a night stream coming next year, perhaps. So maybe like a Monday night or a Thursday night. So those of you watching, tell me what you think. What's better for you, Monday night or Thursday night? And maybe we can get that going again, do some more free, fun fan art giveaway, but we'll call it something else because it won't be on Friday anymore. So maybe it'll be Monday Madness. I don't know. Thursday, I don't know. Who knows? Okay. So anyway, let's get to drawing. Get going here. I'd show you some cool stuff I've been working on, but really I'm working on these Marvel Masterpiece XL cards that are like 5x7 instead of little cards. But I can't show those to you because I'm not allowed to. But I do have artist proof cards that are just waiting for artwork. So if you like to collect AP cards, I've got 2 of these for the Marvel Masterpiece set. Unfortunately, these are not XL. They're not 5x7. Here, I'll show you. Really show you the size. So kind of, underwhelming. Come on, Upper Deck. Like, can I get an AP card at this size? That'd be kind of cool. So anywho, I'm working on that. I can tell you that they're all awesome 90s X-Men characters. I can tell you that much because that's typically what I do. No girls, though, because the restrictions they put on drawing women are ridiculous. You can't even have them be very curvy. So it's like, well, then I'm just not going to draw women because I draw women curvy. And I don't want you to reject my card and then I don't get paid for a card that I worked on very hard and it's beautiful, but you don't like my women. So just going to stick to the men and get that going. All right. So I think that brings us to drawing time. So let's go move over to the drawing board and see what's going on over there. Boom. Nobody in the chat yet. No problem. No problem. If you have a comment, please drop it in the chat. Be kind, be polite, but have fun. And usually people start showing up. But this is my last Ronin. Okay. Let's get this over here. So this is what I'll be drawing today. Continuing to ink anyway. So as you can see, this is where I'm at currently. Dun, dun, dun. Got my holding lines. And so this is, so up here, I went with a homage to TMNT #1, Peter Laird, Kevin Eastman. And then here is just the last Ronin, who is Michelangelo. So I recently read it and I liked it. It was cool. I didn't buy it when it was like the single issues because I was like, I didn't like the artwork, to be honest. And I'm all about the art. So the art didn't hook me. And then I saw the trade edition, like the collected hardcover. I was looking through it. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a chance. And I liked it. So here we are. Inspired me to do this here. So let's get going, shall we? So where do I start? So like I said, I really want to hop into all the fun, like cross-hatching and stuff, but I'm not there yet. So I'm trying to really do good about not just rushing into the cross-hatching because I really don't work with a lot of, I do a very basic rough and I don't put a lot of the cross-hatching in there. I just kind of do it as I feel it, as I see it. I really, really want to just hop in and start doing it, but I'm exercising some, what do you call it? Self-control. Yes, I'm trying my best. So we're going to take our time. We're going to do this thing right. And you guys get to watch me complete this drawing start to finish. I'm dedicated to doing this start to finish. So you guys can't tell me I've never done anything start to finish. I'm doing it all right here on stream. So, okay. So first thing, I'm just going to go around and I'm going to beef up some of these lines. Make sure I like all the lines, how thick they are. Make them nice and crispy. And just make them. Still working on the holding lines, making sure everything looks good. Bum, bum, bum. These guys, so when I color this, these guys will be glowing. So really, I'm not too concerned about adding a lot of detail in there or shading, really. I want them to be glowing, and I want the lines, all the lines will be glowing. They'll be blue. So I'm not going to go crazy with much on them unless I just lose control and then go crazy. We'll see. You will see what happens. But it's good to have an idea of what you're going to do in colors on the back end. So that way, just kind of have a plan beforehand. That's good. All right. So, yeah. Hope you're all doing well. Guys, this is my favorite time of the year. Getting close to Christmas. This is just awesome. Awesome stuff. My kids went to see lights last night. cruise around. There's a bunch of areas that have like tons of houses that are lit up. Kind of like, not quite like a Christmas candy cane lane like situation where everybody's competing. Which I did see that movie on Amazon. It was, I didn't love it. If you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen that, I didn't like it. Anywho. Side note. But, yeah. Okay, make sure all my lines are finished and they're connecting somewhere. I have a bad habit of leaving my lines like wide open, and it's like they're not connecting. And I feel like it looks better when they connect. So I'm trying to be better about that. I'm trying to make sure everything connects. For you aspiring artists out there, this is part of the territory. Got to draw all these lines that nobody cares about. And sometimes, you strike gold, but you got to be persistent, and you got to just keep going at it. Because not everything is fun and exciting. You got to draw buildings and stuff, straight lines, and it's not that exciting. But you got to stick in there, stick with it, and make it pretty. It's about the overall appearance, you know what I mean? Throwing in some lines there just because I just want to cover that up. I didn't like the other lines. All right. All right, I'm going to throw on some music because I need some background noise. And let's do these lines here. Now, let me show you. Oh, darn it. It's kind of, hold on, I'll grab it. This was my most fun. Oh, let me see if I can grab it. Let's hope this is it. Is this it? This is it. Okay, cool. All right, so this was the most fun I had. Hold on, let me take it out. Inking some Ninja Turtles. So I found a high res of Joe Mad's Ninja Turtles. So I printed this out in blue line and I inked this puppy. This was a whole lot of fun. So yeah, this was just a lot of fun. Kind of putting my own twist on it here and there, where I felt I could just kind of wing it a bit, like in here. But Joe Mad's lines are just fantastic. So this was some fun stuff right here. He was my least favorite in the overall, like, how Joe Mad did him. I felt like he was really dark. So I didn't go quite as dark, but he's still kind of dark. But he still looks cool. It's just, I felt like he got in the shadow and everybody else was just kind of like, bam! So I love this arm. It's like such an awesome Joe Mad arm. So this was cool. This was fun stuff. None of this was boring to me. Even though I was doing buildings and stuff, kind of boring, but inking over Joe Mad, just pure gold. So that's fun. So if you ever want to have some fun with inking and just kind of do something else, go find those pencils. Or actually, did I work over the pencils? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember what I found. I think it was his pencils. I don't think I inked over Townsend's inks. No, because it was just signed by Joe Mad. So I think it was just Joe Mad's pencils. But yeah, go find those and have some fun if you want something fun to do. Okay, all right, where was I? Okay, so like I said, today is probably going to be very boring. but I'll try and make it exciting because I gotta do the building. Building's not very exciting, but you gotta get through it. You gotta push through. It's stupid. It's hard, but you gotta do it. You gotta be in it, man. There's gonna be those things you don't want to take the time to do, but you got to. It's just, it's like brushing your teeth and flossing. You got to. If you don't, you're gonna be sorry. You are gonna be sorry. Sorry to tell you this. I don't want to be your dad, but guys, you got to brush. You got to floss. You got to take it all in stride. You got to ink buildings when you don't want to. It's just how it goes. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. All right, let's put on some music and let's bust out these buildings. There we go. Let's do some night driving. No, maybe not. How about this? Give me a beat. Can I get something with a beat? I think this has a cool beat. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go with it. We'll change it up as we go. All right. Here we go. Okay. Now the question is, I've got 2.5 lines here. Which one do I ink? I think it's the darker one. Because I remember I had to go back and I had to redo my perspective lines because it was off for my, because I just sketched it and then I'm like, all right, this needs to look semi-professional here, right? We need a vanishing point. So got my ruler, did some lines. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be the darker of the two. Yeah, that looks, I know this is a good one. So I think it's these two. All right. And I'm going to try not to use a ruler because, as I said last stream, straight lines are boring. So we want to do fun, cool looking lines that are not boring. So his buildings are boring, but if you could ink like Scott Williams does his buildings, a lot of times he doesn't even use a ruler. He just freehands them and they look better. I don't know how, but they look better. So gotta work on getting straight lines. Stop every now and then, get a little crack or crevice in there. Just looks cooler. All right, so I'm gonna ink these puppies. You know what? I'm not gonna use a 5, although I do want to beef up that line. That's kind of thin. So your holding lines you want them to be bigger, right? So this is kind of the outer edge of the building, which is technically a holding line. So I'm gonna beef this up, make it a little thicker. Yes, I'm using a ruler there, but and then the other lines want to be a little thinner, so I'm going to use a 3. That was a 5. I'm going to go down to a 3. Oh, my arm is so sore. I don't know what the heck I did to it, man. Thank God it's my left arm. It's not my drawing arm, but it hurts when I put my hand in my face. So it might have been getting up from the ground with the snowboard. I don't know, but gosh, man, I feel old. I'm like, babe, I'm gonna have to start skiing because snowboarding stuff is whew, takes a lot out of you. And if you're skiing, you get off the ski lift and it's you could just go down the hill, man. You don't have to stop, sit on your butt, put on your board, strap in. Sheesh, it's for the birds, man. And then the first day I'm teaching my kids and I was on my butt the whole time. Actually I was on my knees, which is even worse. So that was oof, that was rough. So yeah, needless to say, I was super sore. Probably should have started off skiing, to be honest. Snowboarding's takes a little more control than skiing does. But I was I snowboard. You guys should snowboard. It's fun. So that's my fault. All right. I said I wasn't going to use a ruler, so I'm not going to use a ruler. Let's draw some straight lines. They're not perfectly straight, but that's okay. Just want to make them look cool. And yeah, see, these lines I roughed in. I did not use a ruler on these lines. So this is where I run into trouble. When I work for my rough, if I'm not precise with my rough, I jack up everything else, because then I start inking and I'm like, wait a minute, these lines are not in perspective with the others. So let's fix that, shall we? So I'm trying to tell myself, if you're gonna do your rough, do your perspective on your rough, so that way you know this is legit, man. All right, so let's see how high up I have to go here. So that would be about right. Okay, I don't have a drafting table, so I don't have like those big rulers on the desk, which would probably be good for perspective. I don't have it, but what I do need is a pencil, or let me see, go blue line here. And when I do this, you'll see how far off my rough is from these lines. It's like way off. Don't move. So my lines up here are correct, right? But the lines down here, no. So you would actually be able to notice a whole lot, really. So let's see, let's go back over here. So that's right. That's on my good line. That's on my good line. Slide this over here. That's kind of on my good line. My roller moved. So let's go back over here. Let's fix this line. Luckily, these ones are not off by a whole lot. They're off, but not that much. So this should be, that is off, but not by a whole lot. So, all right. Okay, good. So we saved this a little bit, because that, once we got over here, it would have been totally noticeable, because it's going to be way off from these lines. So, okay, we're good now. We're good now. Back, ruler, goodbye. Yeah, because on my rough, I'll like literally just kind of like eyeball perspective. I don't use a ruler, right? Because I'm just like quick doing stuff. But if I don't go back and make sure it's right, it'll jack up the whole picture. So, gotta remember. I went and I fixed the window, but I did not fix this other stuff here. Also, if any of you guys like Whatnot, I got certified. I don't know what you call it. I applied and they got me in. So I will start doing some Whatnot streams for artwork. Not quite ready yet, but in the next few weeks, I'm probably going to dive in and get that going. So it's Eric Niltowski Art on Whatnot. But I want to give it a shot. So I was at the LA Comic-Con, and the guy I was sitting next to was doing it. Really nice guy. Owns a comic shop in Pasadena, I think it was. And he was like, "Yeah, man, you should do it." He's like, "You got a lot of stuff." Looking at my booth at the convention, he's like, "Dude, you should do it." So, and I thought about it in the past, and somebody reached out to me and was like, "Yeah, you should get on, blah blah blah." and I never followed through. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So I'll be doing sketch covers and yeah, whatever else I can think of. But I did finish up here. No. Finally finished that Power Ranger sketch cover I was working on. I think I showed you guys that last time. Got that done. And yeah, I've got a lot of sketch covers. I've also got lots of prints and posters. So I'll be doing some remarks and stuff like that. It'll be fun. Okay, now to make this look 3D. So we're gonna go, let's see here. We're gonna make this look 3D. So this is gonna be thicker on the bottom. Alright, we're going to go halfway up and throw in another block here. We are using a ruler, but it's okay. It's all right. And this block is going to be 3D. So this block is going to be here. Okay, so this is coming down, going up, meeting this. And it's just gonna make it look cooler. See, once you start adding these little lines and cracks and crevices, it just makes it look so much cooler. It's adding character. It's adding little details that just kind of make it awesome. So, happy little cracks, as one Bob Ross would say. Just happy cracks. And these are thicker than these, but it's all right. All right. It's okay. All right. So that's that. Let's work our way down to a window, to a happy window. So this is a good line. This is a good line. So. All right. Let's get a little closer, shall we? Okay. Here. And I think this is a good line. Okay. So there's a frame around the window. The frame is going to be stepped and built up and cool looking. Actually, I need a line here and I need a top there. So let me rough that in real quick. All right. So the top of the window will be here. If they frame it out, they'll do maybe like a little ledge on the top. Maybe. It would catch water, but also shield the window from the water. So sure, why not? My father-in-law was a contractor, so I know anywhere there's something that sticks out, it will catch water. And so you better do your flashing correctly, or you're going to get water in your house. All right, so let's see here. The windows on the outside of our house, man, somebody just basically, there's like big gaps between the window and the house, and they just like went to town with the caulking, the silicone, filling it in, but that's not, it's not a great way to do it. So when my father-in-law was doing the siding on our house, he was like, okay, gotta fix this, do this properly. Okay, so it's not entirely beautiful, but it is. So here's the window frame, right? Then you have the brick building on the outside. And then here's your little frame thing. You can make it pop out a little bit more, make it look cooler. It could just be flat, really, against the thing, and then do your little ledge down here. You could do that. This could just be flat. Let's just go flat. We'll go flat. Another window over there. Something down here. Boring stuff. Gotta make it look cool. I don't know what this is. It's like a sign or something. But could just do I don't know, an electrical box. I don't know. And then this window, like the other one. Boom. There we go. 2 windows to fill in the wall. Okay. Okay, there's that. Over here, this is at the top of that. I could keep doing these, but you don't really see it that much, so I'll think about it. Actually, too, I should take a look at the Ninja Turtles cover from book 1. See if there's anything important I should put on there. Let's see. Let me grab my phone. Check it out. Okay. Yeah, so they did have the little steps on there. Oops. I don't want Amazon. But anyway, there's the cover. You can see that. You can kind of see the little designs on the building there. So, but can't do the ones going down because I've already took away that space that I could do them. But we're gonna do bricks. So, it's all good. Alright. All right. And what I'd like to do, so once I finish all my holding lines, I will go back in and we're gonna block out our shading. And I want to do like a nice kind of like shadow from him, kind of like up here. So that is the next step after we finish all this goodness. And let's see, do this right here. It's hard working on such a big piece of paper and remember to say everything. Yeah. Do this. Do this and this. Okay. One more level on those. Okay. Let's do this ledge. Get that done. Do the windows and get this building done. And then hopefully next time we start this junk. We can get to the fun stuff. Get to the fun stuff. The fun stuff for me is the shading, the cross-hatching, shadowing, the blocking in of the shadows. That's the fun stuff. And I just want to start going right here. Not gonna do it. Okay, so 3. I feel like I want to beef up that line, but if I beef up this line, make this line thicker, I'm gonna have to make these lines thicker, maybe. So you want what I liked when I'm doing foreground characters, I want their holding lines to be bigger and thicker than what's behind them. And that's how you differentiate, and that's how you set it apart. So while I do want to make that thicker, I kind of like how this is looking. So I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to draw some of these lines. And where's my ruler? I do want to make sure this is straight. Even though I'm using a ruler, I can just kind of like add gaps, like start, stop, kind of makes it look a little more interesting than just straight across. So while I'm using a ruler, we can make it look cool. Because straight is boring, and you got to throw a little bit of interestingness in there. Okay. This line. Okay, so I'm gonna do these lines, but I'm gonna do that freehand, and I'm gonna throw in some more of these blocks, because that was on the original TMNT cover. So let's do that. Let's do that. All right. Alright, so let's see if I can get this block in. That. Good. So I'm just going to throw my ruler up, kind of eyeball where I think the perspective line should be. And if I can match up 3 lines, then I'm like happy. I know, okay, it's in a pretty good spot. When I swing it over here, still going to be in the right perspective. So that's off. This is the closest line to these blocks I would be drawing, so I technically should go off this line. That's good. That's good. All right, I'm just going to go with that. They're kind of over on the side. You're not going to really see them a whole lot, but just want to make sure they're semi in perspective here. And I want to make sure they're the same thickness. That was too thin. So let's try and do this right. Probably go thicker. Okay, something like that. So this is a little, it could be chunkier. All right, so that line is good. This could be my halfway point. Okay, so I'll use that to create more of these guys over here. But I see comments. Here I come, guys. What's going on in the chat? Bibiana, what's going on? Hi. Welcome to the show. Omar 19. Hey, what's going on? Very cool. I love your Batman avatar. Awesome. And I don't know what that red thing is. That looks cool. Awesome. How's it going, guys? Welcome. So, yep. Let's keep going. Oy. All right. I am going to ink some teeth real quick because I can't help myself. And this is calling my name. It says ink me. So I'm gonna ink you teeth over here. All right. All right. And I'm going to go a little thicker on the top. Kind of like that. Cool. I want to go in here now, but I'm not going to do it. All right. So let's this here. Okay. Let's make these three-dimensional. Spacing wise, let's go the top here. There. So I'm doing the same thing I did over here with these bricks, but I'm going the opposite direction with the three-dimensional stuff because they would be the opposite direction. So kind of the straight line would probably be in this area. So anything over here, you're looking at the right side of it. Anything over in this direction, you're looking at the left. It's basic perspective here. So then this line would be around here. So eyeballing it. Guys, the new season of Reacher came out last night. I'm excited to check it out. After this, I will be watching. Throw it on while I'm finishing up the colors on these Marvel Masterpiece cards. So that'll be fun. Super fun. I'll let you know what I think. I love the first season. First season is great. So I hope this one is just as good. Okay. That's good. All right. Let me ink these windows. How much time we got? 44 minutes in. All right. I'm going to ink some windows. More boring stuff. But stick with me. This is where you got to have stamina. This is where you got to just stick in there. Get it done as an artist. Even though it's kind of boring, you're not drawing awesome superheroes right now. You're drawing the backgrounds. It's not all fun and games all the time, guys. I hate to break it to you. Hate to be the dad mode dude, but it's not always fun and games. It's not. Not every panel is going to be a superhero punching another superhero. In fact, there might be some buildings behind that dude punching the other dude. And you got to draw them. You got to stick in there, stick with it, draw the crap out of it. Just draw it awesome. You got to make the most awesome window you've ever made behind that dude punching the other dude. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it goes, guys. That's how it goes. All right, so this is a ledge. It's sticking out. It's three-dimensional. It's a three-dimensional window. It's kind of going a little bit further than the other frame of the window. I should probably freehand part of this, but let's only do the sides, make sure that middle line is straight because the top isn't. So I freehanded it. Because I freehanded it. This is a good line. That's a good line. This is a good line. Throw in some ornamentation here. Well, actually, throw in a corner. So you can see the corner there. Windows are thick, you know. Windows are like, you want to make them nice and three-dimensional. Sometimes when you draw them flat, it loses the windowness of the window, which you don't want. You want that window to be fantastic. And you should go look at your windows because we're surrounded by them all day. But nobody really looks at them because, again, they're just boring, right? They're just there. Take them for granted. Poor windows. But take a look at them. And you will understand and you will appreciate the three-dimensionality that is your window. It's not a boring window. It's really not. It's got layers upon layers, sliders, sliding things. You know, the back side of the window is going to be inset further than the front, or vice versa, depending on what opens. But go look at it. Go look at your window and have a good appreciation for windows, especially as an artist, because you don't want your windows to be boring. And you might be like, well, dude, I'm just going to draw like simple, like one-dimensional window. And you can do that. You could draw a one-dimensional window, but especially on a big 11 by 17 page, when your window is like 4 inches wide, you want that window to look awesome. You want the glass to look nice and shiny, maybe, depending on if it's night or day. You gotta appreciate some glass work, man. You gotta, as an artist, you have to notice all the little stupid things that no one else does. That's what will make you an awesome artist. Because your windows are going to be better than stinking a Jim Lee or, I don't know, take your pick, Dan Seymour, whoever, Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, whoever you like. Make your windows better than their windows. Be like, I put Todd McFarlane's windows to shame because my windows are just fantastic. They're awesome. And I'm realizing now, as I'm speaking on windows, so I've got, here's the side of my window. And again, we're looking up, right? But you see all this, there should be a sliver of something here. So this is like the outside frame. So I'm missing this second layer here. So I've failed in my job of window maker. Let's not hope it's not salvageable. Should be. And again, some of this, you know, this window is horrible because, again, you've got layers of windows. So one of these should be inset further than the other, and then this is going to be thick. It should be an inside part of the frame, outside. Just so many layers. If you want to make a good window, go look at your windows. And do better windows than Eric Donatowski, and then you will have my respect. There you go. That's all I'm going to say about windows. Moving on. Yep. And like this is probably a little thicker than that. See, I drew in, what I did was I took away from this thickness by drawing the little edge. So what I need to do, watch, show you what I should have done. My edge should be actually over here. Draw that there. Edge. Let's go down here. I just made it edgy. My window is very edgy. All right, so I'm gonna white out this line, and then watch how much better my window looks. Let's get rid of that dot. All right, now we're talking. Now, this thickness of the outer frame matches that thickness of the outer frame, and we've got an edge because it's in perspective, kind of, and you got your top part, and you know, really, you should have some underneath showing, because again, we're looking up at it in perspective, so you would have something under here. Of course, my whiteout's still drying, probably. I don't want to mess that up. I'm gonna hover. Go like that, and then I don't even know why I drew this. Again, trying to make it three-dimensional, but we could do without this line. Boom! That kind of gives it that extra lip. I like that. That is a decent window frame and window. It's good. We're gonna go with it. Okay. Now I got to do it again. You believe that, John? I did one awesome window. Now I got to do another one. Who drew this? Who drew this truck? Guilty. It was me. Sorry. Okay. So this one is going to be better than the first. Not really. I'm just joking. I'm totally over windows. I never want to draw another one in my life. But this one's going to be a good one. I'm going to do a good one. Thrown in some character, some crackage. So now what I'm going to do though is I'm going to look at this one and I'm going to try and match this as best I can to the upper window, so that way it's going to look good. Your eyeball is not going to be like, whoa, that window looks different than that window. You remember highlights? Remember those highlight books? We've all gotten really good at spotting imperfections because of the highlights books, and so now I need to be very careful because I cannot fool you. You're going to look at that and you're going to be like, dude, that window does not match that window. And you're going to be like, Eric is a horrible artist. And I don't want that. I want to be Superman in your eyes and fantastic, awesome, the best ever. So I've got to up my game here. This window needs to match that window. Number 3 pen is starting to go out on me. So I'm going to do this edge, right? Do that edge. Oh, let's keep going. So we got this, and you know, I was doing freehand lines, which I think I should go back to because, again, I want it to look the same. So let's freehand this one. And once you put a freehand line next to a straight line, it's gonna show that, hey, dude, what are you doing? But this one I freehanded, and then the outer lines I did with a ruler. So I want to keep it the same. I want to show you guys I know how to draw straight lines, kind of. Boom. All right. Okay, so then, boom, boom, boom. This line. Bring it down a little bit. Okay. Double line there. Boom. Another line down here. Okay. These lines should be semi-straight. Okay. There we go. Sound effects are optional, but definitely helpful. Definitely more fun than not having sound effects with your drawing. Definitely recommend it. Splashes for character. Okay, almost there. Boom. Now we've got two mega fantastic windows that we've drawn. Mega fantastic. They're probably not even the same length. Let's see. So this one's a little over 3. This one is okay, 3.5, which is good. This one should be bigger than that one because it's closer to us. It just doesn't look like it because it's like playing a trick on your eyeball. At least it is on mine. Yeah, so I could probably bring it down a little more if I wanted, but I won't. I'm done with windows. Don't give me another window to draw. I'm over it. All right, so we've got all the boring stuff out of the way, but there is still the boring windows in the background. They're not windows with buildings, which Kevin Eastman totally just like silhouetted in and then did the good old-fashioned little gradient, just like into nothing. But it works. Oh, come back. So, see what he did with the buildings there. Just some black, and then like they're like spotlights under them, and they just fade into the color. So we could do that, and I think we should because that looks super easy. I think that would be very nice. Yes, indeed. Like, hey, there are buildings back there, but they just disappear. All right, so let me find my pencil again. All right, so what we're gonna do something similar. So, and we want them to be like hovering around these guys. And remember, these guys are gonna be glowing in the colors. They're gonna be glowing. So this will be like this. This will be, we'll do like 1, 2, right? Kind of hovering around them. Down here can be like big one here. Fading in the black, something like that. Got to get the edges in there. So, and we can even, it's supposed to be this. We can even cut in here like that. Do another one. Make him look cool. Do another one. Draw Baxter Stockman chilling up on this ledge. Nope, not going to do it. But, you know, add some little things here. I was even thinking I could put, you know, if he's on a building top, right, there might be a cool little, I don't know, air conditioner unit, maybe. Something cool. Or go all Mark Silvestri on it and put a little, you know, 5-step little thing here. Like boom, 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 boom. Transformers just like boom. Do something like that. Get all Mark Silvestri on it. Put a little cap on this one. Smoke coming out of it. That'd be cool. One way to break up the space, right? And I can move my signature. I'm not worried about that. Yeah. Yeah, man, if you've ever seen Mark Silvestri's building tops, whoa, next level. It's like, seriously, like a transformer just like transformed and like all these things just started building up on top of one another. Hold on, I gotta show you because it's amazing. Any opportunity to break open some Mark Silvestri, we're gonna do it. Here you go. You ready? You're not ready. I don't think you're ready. Look at this amazing brickwork. Look at these. Look, just step, 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 step. Boom, 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 boom. And then the silhouettes, the lighting in the background doesn't get any better than that. Look at that. And then the awesome windows. Look, my windows suck compared to that. Then you come over here. He's got water towers, more water towers, little things. What are those? I don't know, but they're cool. And then this, buildings with windows, more windows, cool buildings with windows. And then look, 1, 2, 3, 4 steps of buildings. It's a master right there. You want to get good at buildings? Check out some Mark Silvestri. Todd McFarlane, I think, is okay with his buildings. But man, Mark Silvestri, look at that. It's not just, some people it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings. Nope. Mark Silvestri's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, done. Done. All right. I gotta fit that back in there, but it's gonna be hard. All right. Get it. Ain't doing it. Too hard not doing it. Okay. So if we want to get crazy cool, like a Mark Silvestri, all right. I mean, I'm going to need water tower. I'm going to need more stuff going on here. I got to up my game. Mark Silvestri just put me to shame here. So we could do windows back here. See, I'm inspired to do better buildings now. We could have them go in silhouette, but we gotta do a little bit more now. So I'm talking about a water tower right here. It doesn't have to be huge, but see, it's in perspective. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. So here, top, and then all the cool stuff on the bottom, hanging out on the side. See, that just, man. Next level, we could do like things sticking out on the building if we wanted. More hoses and pipes. Who knows? You can just go with it, man. Go with it. But the trick is, I mean, like, hold on. Trick that you gotta get is, so this building in the foreground, right? You can see the bricks, see the top, a little more detail. Then you go in the background, silhouette, but there's still detail in there. So you get these lines and stuff. These you can see the windows. This you can't see the window because it's so far back, right? So you gotta figure out the depth, right? These ones in the front, more detail. Go to the back, less detail. Silhouette. So as you get far back, that's all in silhouette, but you can still see the windows, right? So windows, silhouette, shadow. So that's how you really figure out how to make it look cool. And like, look, that is, hold on. You got to see this. Focus. Look at that. So you got the window, then you got the area around the window, which is like a step up, right? And then you got underneath of the overhang going in there. That's how you create cool 3-dimensional buildings right there. So it's not just like flat building with a window. It's step. Right? You got these Corinthian columns going on, right? And then all the stuff on top. Look, you got 3 different things chilling on top of the roof. That's how you make cool roofs. So you want to get good at drawing buildings and rooftops, y'all should check out some Mark Silvestri. Thank you, and you're welcome. Okay, so let's take what we've learned, fellas, guys. Come on, let's do this. We're gonna simply, but see, okay, these buildings definitely, they're more detailed, right? These buildings, we're gonna keep the same spirit of Kevin Eastman's shadowed buildings, right? Silhouettes, but we're gonna apply some Mark Silvestri type goodness to them. Sound good? And then when we finish these buildings, we will be done, because we've labored on these windows and buildings for 1 hour, and it's time to quit. I can't do it anymore. And then, all right, so this should be, that's good and straight. This should be a little over a little bit. So remember, it's going to fade into the background. So keeping that in mind. And after we do our silhouettes and our shadows, we can go back in and we can add some little details with our whiteout pen. We can do that. We can do that. So we can add a little ledge here. All right, don't want it to be boring. Okay, add something here. This is just adding character, right? So it's not flat, it's not boring. Let's see, this line, check out my rolling ruler. Whoa, boom, still straight. All right, we want these lines to be straight with the other lines. Okay, that'll be black. All right, come up here. Let's assume that that line is straight with that line. Well, let's not assume, let's check it. So this line should be, yep, see, it's not different, so we're gonna fix it. Wow, we want all these lines to be in the same kind of place here. Just jack that up, that's okay. All right, so now, so what I can do is I can go like that. Is this even in the camera? Nope, it's too far up. So this is just one of those little smokestacks that Sylvester likes to draw. I'll throw some of those in there. Let's see. You can see. Okay, you did see that. So it's up at the top. All right. So now let's start back here again. This is our starting point. We want to make sure all the lines line up with this. It should be straight, so all these should be straight. Off of that. It's when you start going in perspective when those lines will cease to be straight. They'll be, so like if this was receding back in perspective, then that would not be, obviously that would be that direction. But these lines, these are all going to stay straight. Now these could be in perspective, right? But then you'd still have a straight line and then the perspective. So these would be, I need to work on that. So if I wanted to do something in perspective over here, I could, but I'm going to go straight. This be straight. Just making sure everything lines up well. If these buildings are going to be in perspective, I got to figure out where the heck my vanishing point would be down on the horizon, which is going to be really hard because like there is no horizon on this page. So I'd have to like just kind of guess and create one. So I'm going to go bottom right somewhere, and I'm just going to eyeball it and draw it. That and right, and then I'm gonna just kind of curve this down. Assume there's another one over here, and then there you go, two lines that are in perspective. If I wanted to draw some of this in perspective, it'd be really thin. No, I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it because then I want this to be in shadow. I don't want anything over here. I like that gap, so I keep that gap. And you're just gonna believe me when I tell you that these buildings are three-dimensional, even though they don't look like it. All right, so let's draw these lines. Let's draw this. So here's a spot where I would definitely do some void out, right? Because you're not going to see. This would all be black, but I could pick out some lines underneath this water tower to shine through. I can do that after the fact. Right, and then you have like some crisscross lines going on for support. Some lines in the background, blah, blah, blah. Your roof, little hose thing off. So, you know, how else are you going to get your water? There's something over here. I don't know what that is, but you know, you have a ladder, whatever you want. You do it awesome, man. Do some cool buildings. This building could be connected but not connected. That makes any kind of sense. Right. Job is to make it look cool and make it look believable. You know. Oh, yes. Like somewhere in here you'd see the side of the building, but I'm not going to worry about it because I could actually, in the colors, I could have like, here's your background color of a blue, right? And then have a little sliver over here of white or like, you know, brown, like brick. This is black, and then you kind of just like fill it in, but you're going to make a space over here on this side in the colors to say like, oh, hey, look, this is a three-dimensional building. Here's the side of the building that you don't see in the inks, but you could see it in the colors. All right, let me make sure. Come on, paper. The top of the building, or the water tower, is looking good. There we go. Water tower complete. A few more lines, and we're done. We can get off of this boring building stuff. Who likes to draw buildings? I mean, come on. Boring. Right, this is a good line. You can tell. Nice and dark. Okay. Let me get out my ruler again. Make sure. I'll eyeball it. Trust your instincts, Luke. Use the force, Luke. Ben, is that you, Ben? It is. Use the force, Eric. Draw your lines using the force. Got it, man. I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay. So there we go, fellas. And all you guys and gals watching. We've completed the holding lines and all the boring lines today on this stream. The buildings have been ruled out. Our windows are done. Our buildings are down in the background. We've added some cool, fun stuff, Mark Silvestri style. This will all be black, which we could do that right now. Why not? We could do that. Let's do that real quick. And let's make this cool looking silhouette stuff. So let's do it. And I'm gonna so you know it's coming down there. So this would be I don't know what direction I want to go. I could go horizontal, I could go, you know, something like that. Not sure yet, so I'm going to leave that, but I am going to, let's fill in some blacks. Just get that done, because that's boring too. Filling in blacks is boring, ain't gonna lie. So let's get it done. So I'm going to use, I like to use my Prismacolor just black pen marker. Fill in the blacks. Does a good job, does it quick. Don't really use brushes and black ink for filling in blacks. I don't know why, but I don't. And as I'm doing this, I could leave some white coming through. I'll just add some funness to it. It doesn't have to be straight black, right? Go look at Mike Mignola's black backgrounds. They're not just flat black. There's like effects of light showing through. It makes it look so much cooler. And then, right, these are, if this is a wooden kind of thing, right, I'm gonna leave some white. Now it looks like it's got wood planks going on it. Just looks cooler. Right, and then I can still go under and pick out some of these areas with the white out, make that kind of come through. Because you imagine there's some sort of light source somewhere, right? It could be the moon, it could be other buildings' light, but you can have, you know, little areas of coolness just shining through. It just makes it look cooler, gives it character. It's not boring, right? You don't want boring. Comic books should never ever be boring. Okay, so let's grab one of these so we don't color our table. Let's go for some of these big areas. And even some of these white areas here shows you like the building rooftop goes all the way through. If I wanted, I could put some windows up in there, which I didn't rule out or draw, so I could do that later in colors, or if I want to do some white out work, I could. So I'm just going to go like this for now, because I don't know how I'm going to do lines coming down. But again, this is just kind of going off of what Eastman did on his cover. It should look very reminiscent when I'm done. But we've made some adjustments, right? We made some alterifications, and now it's an Eric Mendeltowski homage with some updated alterifications and modifications. Okay. Time to change the music. Now we're daydreaming. Y'all, we are daydreaming now. Welcome to the daydream. Lots of black to fill in. So I've got to finish up these masterpiece cards. I will be done today, and then I can. It's only 4 of them actually. It's not that many. They were due last week, but I got an extension because we took a kind of unexpected. We're actually planning to go skiing and stuff more towards Christmas time, but prices shot up around Christmas. So we're like, you know what? Let's just go. Let's get this done. And so we left last week. And like I said, it was a fun time. Drove all the way up to Utah. Very nice drive. Saw Zizek's Road, which if you're ever playing the alphabet game, you're going to want that, like towards the end, you know, hopefully come upon it more towards the X, Y, and Z rather than in the ABC area, because that would stink. But yeah, Zizek's Road, that's like every person's dream when you're playing the alphabet game. It's like, yes, I need X, I need Y, and I need Z. They're really hard to find, in case you didn't know. Okay. So it's kind of coming together. You can kind of see the old TMNT cover kind of coming through a little bit, right? Kind of see it. Very cool. Let's come over here. Come down here. Now, if we're going all out, some of these buildings, we might see the sides of them really kind of add some detail in there. But, or you know what, this we could do this building back here. This is far behind, right? So this should be all in silhouette. You're not going to see that building too far back there. So we just created some depth, right? So that's what you want. Create some depth in there. This is going to be glowing, so I don't mind the black right up on top of the staff there. Actually, it'll look better because glows really work better when there's a dark color or black behind it. And, they will be glowing in the colors. So behind Raph over here, this will be getting real tight like this. Outline this. Okay. Now, the next time we do this, now we can get to the fun stuff. Next is cross-hatching. Next is the shading and the shadowing. That is where all the magic happens. So that will be fun. But today, sorry, boring stuff. Boring backgrounds. But they've got to be done. You gotta power through it. Artists, friends, got to. This is all what goes into making the awesome comics you like. There's boring backgrounds. Somebody's got to ink them. If I had an assistant, an intern, yeah, I'd definitely be shoveling it off to him or her. Like, here, you take care of this because this is boring and I don't want to do it. But somebody's gotta do it. Okay, so there we go. Inspired by the one, the only TMNT #1. And so I could zoom. Look at that, nice. So, when he's doing his buildings, he's doing some cross hatching. So, you could just do straight up and down lines, kind of more like that. You can. A million ways to do it. So I'm gonna figure out, all right, how do I want to do this? Look, he got some stuff up there. His buildings even kind of look a little better. There's there's 4 of them right in that little spot. They're stacked one on top of the other. So it looks cool. Mine are more all recessed. They're not really boom, 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 boom. So those look a little better than mine do, but it's all good. I could do some little things in there if I wanted to, but we'll figure all that out next time. It has been fun. It's been boring, but it's been fun. Maybe you've enjoyed it. Maybe you like seeing people ink buildings. Maybe you do. Maybe that's your thing. And if so, I'm glad you enjoyed this video. But yeah. So anyway, we're at a spot where we can start kind of getting in, doing some more of the detail work in here. It will be fun, I promise. And when it's done, it's going to look sweet. But like I said, you got to get through the boring stuff. You got to power through it. It's not always easy. It's not always fun in games, folks. It's not. And I hope I've showed you that today. I hope you have a great appreciation for what we as artists do. It's not all fun in games, folks. It's not. All right. It's been fun. Let's check the comments and we will get out of here. 2 more. What do we got? We got a Jeff Potts. What's up? Yo, yo, yo. Have a wonderful weekend and Merry Christmas. If you don't stream next week, Saltwater Cowboy, what's going on? Hey, Eric, how are you? Thank you, Nighthawk. I appreciate that. You as well. You guys have a great Christmas. I don't know what's going on next week for me, but I plan on being here, but that could all change. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for stopping in, even if you are super late. Jeff Potts, I'm talking to you, man. No, just kidding. It's all good. Jeff Potts always comes in towards the end. Nighthawk, you're super late. You're usually here in the beginning, and then you cut out early. But it's all good. Today was kind of boring, to be honest. I was inking windows, inking the buildings, and just kind of getting all these lines done. It was not fun. But we got that out of the way. So next week, I can actually start doing some of the fun stuff, which is the detail that I love. All right, so anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you have a great weekend. And if I don't see you next week, I do hope you have a great Christmas. 10 days away. 10 days away. And yeah, fun stuff. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me say goodbye. Nope, that's not the right button. Where is it? Come here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. All right. Peace out, guys. Have a great one. And until next time, toodaloo. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Let's do Pigeon Toady. Peace.
How you like me now? Oh, how you like me now? How you like me now? How do you like me now? Now there was a time when you loved me so. I could do no wrong. And now you need to know, don't break. How you like me now? 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 How you like me now?
And you're sure you saw this?
Yes, I'm sure I saw this.
All right. Let's keep this quiet.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your loyalty, Pigeon Toady. Or should I say...